Hi guys, Gijoe here, and welcome back to my bunker here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today's video is regarding the Cliffside Bunker customized flight stands. If you've seen my channel at all, and maybe seen one or two of my other flight stand videos, you know that this was eventually coming because you probably saw the last video that I did on flight stands where I stacked a bunch of chips underneath the original flight stands to kind of determine what kind of heights I would want. But what you see here before you is the final product of some of that research. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description below, and you can kind of see how I went through the process to determine what heights that I think would that I wanted and that would work well for customized flight stands. So first of all, just a general comment. I absolutely love these flight stands. I am not familiar with the FMG stands as far as I've never owned them. I've never played with them. So I can't really make a comparison to those, honestly. But I am totally happy with these, and I have no desire to have the FMG stands. I'm very happy with these. I love the acrylic post here that kind of has the planes hovering over the board, especially when you get a little bit further away. It seems like the planes are just kind of hovering, which I think is pretty cool. But the quality, the craftsmanship is absolutely fantastic. So even though I can't compare them to the FMG stands, I'm very happy with what I have. And I would have to defer to someone like maybe General Hand Grenade, who I know has both of the stands, to if you have questions on how they compare or what his opinions are, you might want to check with him. But the shipping, let's talk about that real quick. I got the shipping notification, I think, on Thursday, December 14th, if I believe, which was last week, and today is Tuesday, December 19th, and I just received them. So I think that's 4 business days for transit from Canada, just outside Toronto, I believe, to Atlanta, Georgia. And I think that's excellent. Very, very happy with that. And the packaging, of course, was consistent with the packaging I got on my first batch, which a 6x6 square box, carefully packaged in this foam block here, so there's no way that these stands can get damaged or cracked or anything. So War Torn did a great job of packaging them and getting them to me in a timely manner. So thank you, War Torn, for doing that. So let's talk about the stands here just a little bit. What you see here, of course, 3 different heights. This height measures at 32 millimeters. And this is the original flight stand, Cliffside Bunker flight stand, that came out a couple months ago after Young Grasshopper's tournament up there in Toronto. This is 32 millimeters, and originally I think you can purchase these for $100, and with that you get 100 flight stands, all of the same height, and also 300 magnets. So that's what I did originally a couple months ago, and then started toying around with it a little bit and thinking about, hey, I think I would like to have my TACs and my strategic bombers a little bit, at some varied heights, just to add some depth and dimension to my board. So what you see here is a culmination of the research from that video I did, and of course talking with War Torn over the phone and coming up with some ideas on what heights would work, what heights might not work. And so this is what I think we kind of came up with, I think would work great with weight distribution and all those kinds of things. So just to recap the size again, we have 32 millimeters, this is 37 millimeters, and this is 44 millimeters. Now you can buy this complete set right here, customized set from War Torn and the crew up there at the Cliffside Bunker for $150. Now, there is a price increase over the original flight stand because obviously it takes more product. When you're making longer posts here, that takes more product. So, and plus he had to get, I think, another jig or something like that. So, and that's fair. I have no problem with that at all. But you can get this entire set for $150, and with that you'll get 100 customized stands along with 300 magnets. And so that would be enough magnets to put on all 100 of your customized stands, and then leave you 200 magnets to go on your out-of-box planes for Global 40. The thing I love about these stands is since they are varied heights, you can easily squeeze these close together like this, so that if you're dealing in some tight real estate like maybe England or Central Europe or places like that, it's very, very easy, I think, to kind of cram some planes in here like this. I will say, just to let you know, that if you do decide to buy the custom set, that this height here is not going to be 32 like the original flight stands that came out a couple months ago. This will now be 30 millimeters. I'm not for sure if he's changing all of his stands to 30 millimeters, even if you buy just the 100 here. I think he might be switching the low stand to 30 millimeters for everything, whether you buy just this set or the custom set, but I'll have to get some clarification from War Torn on that. But nonetheless, you will not get a 32 millimeter short stand if you buy the custom set. I know that for sure. The thing I like about having this custom set is that I have options. I can do all my fighters on this level, I can do my TACs on this level, my strategic bombers, of course, on this level. Or if I want a little bit of difference, I can take, I can put all my strategic fighters on the same level as my fighters, and then that way my bomber kind of sticks out even more. So I really kind of like the way that looks. So I have options, and so if you get the customized set, and you can kind of play around with it a little bit. Now, fortunately for me, I have enough stands. Like I said, I have 100 of these, and of course I have the custom set. So I've got plenty of stands to kind of finagle it however I want it to look on my board. But I think since this is brand new, and I kind of like this, I think I'm going to stick with the 3 different varied heights for my gameplay here for a while. So that's that. Now let's talk about some of the weight distribution, because I know that a lot of people, or some people, were concerned about maybe the weight distribution of this higher stand that is 44 millimeters. And I just wanted to show you on video that the weight distribution is really, really good. So I can kind of pull this at a pretty decent angle here, and it's still not going to tip over. So if you accidentally graze your table or bump it, you're not going to bump it this much, which means your planes are not going to tip over. So I think the weight distribution is fantastic. So very, very pleased with that as well. So that's kind of an overview on the stands, the 3 different heights, the weight distribution, the packaging, the shipping. So what I'd like to do at this time is maybe do a brief flyover over my board to let you see what it looks like on the board. Okay, be right back. All right, let's do a little flyover here just to let you see some varied heights. So here's my TAC and fighter in India. Of course, come over here into the Far East. You can see some different heights of my bombers and such over in Japan. Of course, you got over here in the Soviet Union. Whoops, where'd it go? There we go. TAC and fighter. And of course, you can kind of see the different heights on the board. And then you really get to see how it stands out with the bomber really, really soaring over the top of those fighters. So when I saw this, that made me kind of think about, hey, maybe I should keep my TACs on the same level as my fighters. But anyways, you have options. So I think that's, I really like the way that looks. Of course, you have the Italy fighters and bomber there, but I definitely like the depth and dimension of this customized set. Okay, guys, before we sign off here, I just first want to reiterate here how much I love this product. I'm so happy. The guys up there at Cliffside Bunker, Young Grasshopper and War Torn, they did a fantastic job filling a void that we've had in the community, and that was flight stands. As you know, the FMG stands kind of went out of production there for a while, and I've heard rumors that they may be coming back, but I'm not sure about that. But nonetheless, I'm very happy with these. Highly recommend that you get them. The craftsmanship is fantastic. And let me say that War Torn is so easy to work with. He was so kind. We spent several hours on the phone, 2 or 3 different days, and talking about, just A&A stuff, and then some things we might want with these customizations. And so he was very accommodating. very kind to deal with, and you know, just good people. And so I appreciate you know, the guys up at the Cliffside Bunker and War Torn, of course, and Young Grasshopper for helping to put this product into our hands, and couldn't be more happy with it. Highly encourage you to get these if you're looking for flight stands. They're very easy to assemble, to glue the magnets on. And so thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit subscribe below. It encourages me to make more videos. And speaking of that, this will be my last video until after the holidays, because I'm leaving town for a little bit to spend some time with some family and friends and such. So I won't be able to make any videos here for a while. But until I see you next time, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and I hope your New Year is happy, and your whole holiday season is full of joy and happiness. And thanks for watching again, and we will see you next time, okay? Thanks.